I have been part of the franchise world for many years now, over 20. So, with all the resources online and everyone that I speak with on a daily basis, people wonder why I still invest my time in going to conferences. And the answer is simple: it's not just for me, but it's for the candidates that I work with. So, today I want to share a little bit interesting, details about how me attending these conferences directly benefits the people I work with regarding franchise ownership. So, the franchise industry is continuously evolving. There's trends, technologies, strategies, even to gain customers that emerge every year. So, when I attend these conferences, I get to hear firsthand how the thought leaders talk about what's coming next. This means when I sit down with you, I'm not just offering you dated advice or reading from a brochure. I'm bringing the latest insights and industry shifts that should impact your decision. It's my way of ensuring that you're not only prepared for today's market and what this brand looks like on paper, but you're seriously looking at the opportunity of tomorrow, if that makes sense. So imagine being able to know the next biggest trend before it hits the mainstream. That's what I'm aiming to do by staying cutting edge. I think it's super important, especially as I've been in the industry so long. I think anyone that's been in kind of one position for more than 5 or 6 years can sometimes just kind of sit back and, it gets pretty easy to coast. But in franchising, I truly believe that networking is the key. So the conferences allow me to build relationships with the franchisors, the industry experts. Even successful franchisees tend to attend these conferences. And so these connections aren't just about expanding my own network and my own inventory, but they're about creating opportunities for you. I have several candidates I'm working with that are in serious discussions with franchisors. And although we email back and forth and talk about this, it's always great to sit down across from a founder, look eye to eye and say, how is this going? Is this the type of person, the type of candidate, business person that you're looking for in a future franchisee? So when you're exploring franchises, my connection can kind of bridge that gap. It gives you inside access, better information, and sometimes exclusive opportunities. So by fostering these relationships, I continue to bring the right people who align with the goals and the values of the brand to the brand. But as I get to know you, I'm finding brands that your goals and your values will also align with the franchise world. You're not going to get that from a brochure. And truthfully, you're not always just going to get that even from a Zoom video. So what I look to do is go beyond the online research. Online research can only take you so far. So at these conferences, I engage in deeper conversations about the industry challenges, the good, the bad, and the ugly going on behind the scenes. I need to hear the success stories, but also the failures. And you're not always going to get that from a Zoom meeting with 10 other consultants on the call. So this opportunity to sit face to face gives me unfiltered, behind the scenes perspective that often gets missed in articles and reports. It's when I guide you to say your Google research can only get you so far. Pretty soon, you're going to have to get into the weeds and learn about these brands. So I'm trying to bring hidden insights to the table. I'm trying to, get into the weeds for you at first to help you avoid, truthfully, wasting your time, more importantly, wasting your money. Okay, the depth of understanding means that I can get to know you and hopefully make a better referral match with you where the opportunity isn't just promising on paper, but it's truly the right opportunity for you. Sometimes it's just a gut instinct based on my time in the business, but these conversations and relationships help me to understand that brand on a deeper level. So the conferences aren't just about networking, they're also about learning. So each session, each panel really helps me to dig in and look at strategies and what brands are doing to catch your attention as well. And I think that this is also something that I can provide to you. Again, I'm trying to help you learn beyond the brochure, beyond the Google research. And so watching what the brands are doing can sometimes help me to help you get through some of the noise. Okay, so it's a continuous cycle of growth. What I learn, I bring back, and then I share with you, and it's just part of our journey together. So why do I continue to attend the conferences? Yes, I love connecting with these brands, with other consultants, with, more importantly, all of the franchise founders. To me, that's just the secret sauce to all this. But it's also important for you that I stay sharp, connected. I don't get too set in my ways, and I don't just kind of lean back on what I think I know. Remember, when we're working together, I want you to make decisions based on what you know, not what you think you know. And I work the same way. So yes, I have access to the right connections, and I know who those founders are. And I think that this helps both of us as we're learning and growing and discovering new brands. So when it comes to franchising, I want to be your trusted advisor and your partner. And what attending these conferences does is it helps me to sharpen my sword. So when I'm helping you, I know you're getting the latest, greatest research, discovery, information to help you grow. Your success in this business, your success with the franchise that you join is dependent on having all of the information and able to make an educated decision.